Hello, everybody. So, I'm just going to be taking you through a really quick, short daily practice that I use on a regular basis when I don't have much time, right? I don't have time for an hour-long yoga session. I got two small kids and a busy schedule, and sometimes all I have is 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But you can make such big impacts off of a short amount of time if you are dependable with it, if you do it every day, if you do it at least 5 times a week, okay? So, at least 5 times a week, you're going to want to be moving your body, really pairing it with the breath and the movement, and of course, never forgetting the savasana at the very end, which is honestly the most important part of yoga. Everybody thinks that yoga is about the asanas, about the poses. But actually, the asanas and the poses are preparation for the real work of yoga, which is the meditation, which is the savasana at the end. So, even if you only have a few minutes at the end, really prioritize that savasana, okay? So this is a practice that I usually can do in about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I pair a savasana at the end of it. I'm going to be doing it a little bit slower today so that I can talk you through the movements, but it is really three repetitions of different sun salutations, right? And so it really focuses on stretching and waking up almost every muscle in the body. This is also a great preparation if you wanted to do deeper work, more yin based work. This is a really great way to get your body and energy moving and flowing so that you're really able to sink into those deeper poses, and so you can also sink into your savasana. Okay, so we're going to start at the top of our mat. Okay, so feet facing forward towards the top of your mat, body facing forward. We're going to take a deep breath in and out through our nose here. And then we're going to inhale, sweep our arms up to the sky. And you're going to lean back a little bit as far as you can or as far as comfortable. And then on the exhale, we're going to bend forward into a forward fold. Now, on your next inhale, you're going to take that right leg back and sink into a lunge. And then you're going to take the left foot back to meet the right. And then come down to the mat. You can either choose knees, chest, and chin, or you can do a full chaturanga if you feel up to it, okay? So we're going to lower down to the ground on the exhale. And then inhale, we're going to come up to cobra. So push your chest up with your arms, with your hands. Breathe in, and on the exhale, we're going to round our toes under and push our hips up to the sky in a downward facing dog. And you can really kind of pedal your legs back and forth here, bending one knee and straightening the other. Just really kind of waking up the legs, the hamstrings, the quads. And then on the next inhale, we're going to bring our left foot up between our hands, look forward, and bring your right foot up to meet your left into a forward fold. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, look up, bring your hands down to prayer position, namaste. You're going to rest here for one breath, in and out through your nose. Now on your next inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Bend back slightly and come into a forward fold. You can either touch your mat, your shins, your knees, wherever that forward fold is for you is just great. We're going to take that right foot back to the back of our mat again, left foot in between our hands into a lunge. On the inhale, take your left foot back to meet your right. And on that exhale, drop down to the mat, knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, push your neck and chest up to the sky in cobra position. And on that exhale, you're gonna push your hips up to the sky and downward facing dog. Now again here, just remember you can pedal your legs back and forth. Keep really warming them up. One more deep breath in and out through your nose. And then we're going to bring our our right foot up in between our hands. Exhale into that lunge. On the inhale, bring your left foot up to meet your right. And on your exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, bring your hands back down to namaste. Deep breath in and out through your nose here. And on the inhale, we bring our hands up to the sky, lean back, look back. And on that exhale, we fold. So remember, you could touch your knees, shins, floor, whatever fold feels right for you. Okay, one more time. We're going to take that right leg back. Left foot stays in between our hands into a lunge. Look forward. And then we're going to take our left foot back to meet our right and lower into the ground. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, push your chest up and through cobra pose. Chest forward, head forward. And on that exhale, flip your toes over and push your hips up to the sky and downward facing dog. You're going to do 3 breaths in and out through your nose here. Push, push, push the ground away. Push your hips up to the sky. One more deep breath. And on that inhale, you take your, I did it again, your right foot up between your hands into a lunge. Inhale, we're going to bring that left foot up to meet the right. And on the exhale, we fold. Inhale, bring your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down. Namaste. Deep breath here, in and out through the nose. And on the inhale, we sweep our arms up to the sky, bend backwards, look back, and on the exhale, we fold. On the inhale, we're going to take our right leg back once again towards the back of our mat. Left foot stays in between our hands. And this time we're going to plant our right hand down beside our left foot. And we're going to rotate that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hand down. Take your left foot back to meet your right. And on your next exhale, we're going to come down to the mat, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, push your chest up into cobra position. Exhale, turn your toes under and push your hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Another 3 breaths here, y'all. In and out through your nose. And on your next inhale, bring your right foot up in between your hands. Exhale, putting your left foot down beside your right foot. And we're going to lift that right arm up to the sky into a twist. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hand back down to the mat and bring that left foot up to meet your right into a fold. Sweep your arms up to the sky, look up, and then bring your hands back down to Namaste. Nice deep breath here, in and out through your nose. Inhale, sweep your arms up, look up and back, and forward fold. On the inhale, we're going to take our right leg back to the back of the mat. Plant that right hand beside your left foot and sweep that left arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bring that hand back down to the mat and take your left foot back to meet your right. On your next inhale, knees, chest, or chin, or chaturanga down to the floor. And push your chest up into cobra position. On your next inhale, flip your toes under and push your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Really focus on pushing the ground away. On your next inhale, bring your right foot up in between your hands. Plant that left hand right beside your right foot and sweep that right arm up to the sky. On your next inhale, bring that hand down. Bring your left foot up to meet your right and fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Look up and bring your hands back down into prayer position. Deep breath in and out here through your nose. Then inhale, sweep those arms up to the sky. Bend back, look back. And then fold forward. Take your right foot back to the back of your mat. Right hand goes right beside your left foot and sweep that left arm up to the sky. You can look up at your fingertips. You can look down at your foot, whatever feels comfortable for your neck in this position. All right, we're going to bring that left hand down, take that left foot back to meet our right foot, and we're going to exhale down to the mat, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, push your chest up into cobra position, and exhale, push your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, you're going to bring your right foot up between your hands. Plant that left hand right beside your right foot and sweep that right arm up to the sky. Remember, you can rotate and look up towards your fingertips, or you can simply look down at your foot, whatever feels right for your neck. We're going to bring that right hand down to the mat, and we're going to step that left foot up to meet the right and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, look up, hands up. And hands come down into prayer position. Nice deep breath here, in and out through your nose. Then we're going to inhale, sweep our arms up to the sky, look up and back, and fold. Inhale, we're going to take that right foot back towards the back of your mat. And this time we're going to drop our right knee down to the ground into a low lunge. Inhale, we're going to sweep our arms up to the sky, chest forward, head forward. And on the exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat and step our left foot back to meet our right. Once again, on the exhale, we're going to come down to the mat, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, push up into cobra position. And on your exhale, lift your hips up to downward facing dog. I know this is a lot of downward facing dogs, a lot of chaturanga. This is way more yang based practice than I normally do, but this is the practice that if I don't have much time, if I don't have much energy, this is always my home practice. Okay, now we're going to step our right foot up between our hands, and we're going to drop that left foot down to the mat. Sweep our arms up to a low lunge, chest forward, head forward. Nice deep breath. And on the exhale, you're going to bring that left foot forward, step it up to meet the right foot, and fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands in namaste. At this point in your practice, you should really feel that blood pumping. You might be starting to sweat a little bit. You might be really feeling that energy movement, and that is exactly what this practice is. It's all about breathing and moving our bodies as well as our energies. On our next inhale, we're going to lift our arms up to the sky and bend back, look back. On the exhale, we fold. Inhale, we're going to take that right foot back to the back of the mat, dropping that right knee. And on the inhale, we're going to sweep our arms up to the sky, low lunge. Nice deep breath here, in and out. Then we're going to bring our hands down to the mat and bring our left foot back to meet our right foot. And on the exhale, we're going to come down to the mat, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, push up into cobra position. And exhale. Now we're going to push our hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. You might be having a hard time holding downward facing dog. Just really focus on pushing the floor away with your hands as well as your feet. If you need to, come down, take a break, do puppy dog pose instead. But also know that you can do hard things too. One more deep breath in and out. And then we're going to bring our right foot up in between our hands, dropping that left knee down to the ground. On the inhale, we're going to sweep our arms up to the sky, low lunge. And we're going to bring our hands down either side of our right foot as we step our left foot up to meet our right and fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, look up. And on the exhale, bring your hands back down. Namaste. Last one, guys, I promise. Last one. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, look up and back, and fold forward, forward fold. We're going to take our right foot back to the back of the mat and dropping that right knee to the floor and sweep your arms up to the sky, low lunge. Slow lunges are great for getting into the hips and really starting to get some movement in the hip joint there. Exhale, bring your hands back to the mat and bring your left foot back to meet your right foot. On the exhale, we lower to the floor. One more time, y'all. Inhale, push up into cobra position. And exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Focus on pushing that mat away. Push strong through your shoulders. One more deep breath in and out through your nose. We're almost there. You got this. All right. Bring that right foot up in between your hands. Drop that left knee to the mat and sweep the arms up to the sky. Nice, deep, full breath here, in and out through your nose. On your next exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat and bring that left foot up to meet your right and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, look up. Exhale, hands in namaste. And you can come back down to the mat. I really encourage you to make some time for Savasana, for your meditation, for corpse pose at the end of any practice. This is where integration happens. This is where you really get to feel the changes that you've made, and not only your body, but your energy and your mind, as well as your emotions. Okay, so it is so important. Even if you have 2 minutes, 2 minutes is better than no minutes. Okay, so we're going to come back down to our mat into corpse pose. This is my favorite pose in yoga. I don't think it was until I became a mother that I really learned to appreciate this pose. So this is what corpse pose looks like. And just remember, if you have 2 minutes, if you have 5 minutes, if you have 10 minutes, whatever the case might be, give yourself this gift, okay? The yoga, the asanas, the poses are simply preparation to get you in this state. So if you have your person that has a lot of hard time meditating, sitting still, you really got to drain that energy before you go into a meditative practice. That was my number one secret when I learned how to meditate, is I just run up against a wall again. I can't do this. I can't do this. It wasn't until I paired my meditation practice with my yoga practice and I really started using the savasanas that my meditation really unlocked for me. Okay, so I want you to just lay back and let everything go. Okay, let the breathing go. Just find your natural rhythm, your natural breath. How does your body feel? Does it feel sweaty? Does it feel like your heart is going a million miles an hour? Does it feel like this practice was a drop in a bucket, right? Whatever it is, just allow it to be. Allow yourself to be. Really let go of the stories, the to-do list, the should've, would've, could'ves. None of that matters in this moment. Imagine them like clouds, right? They're just clouds that are passing you. And you let them go. Thoughts, emotions, patterns. You just acknowledge them and then let them go. Right? It is with the grasping, it is with the identification that we tend to really get ourselves stuck. If it's important, it'll swing back around later. And sometimes even the not important stuff swings it back around later. So give yourself this moment of peace. Say, no, thank you. I'm not thinking about that right now. Come back later. And just really allow yourself to sink into this moment, into this quiet space. How does your energy feel? Can you give yourself a little bit of grace and a little bit of space in this moment? Now, I encourage you to stay here as long as you possibly can, absorbing the benefits of this practice, really allowing yourself to sink down into your body. So much of our healing journey starts within our bodies. And it's a crucial place that we often miss and wonder why we're not getting farther in our manifestations or our career or whatever the case might be, relationships. But this body is our home, and it really is a temple. It has roots, and we have roots. And to get to the root of our issues takes diving into our bodies, our minds, and our emotions. So if you're ready to get up and continue with your day, come onto your side, and then push your way up into a seated position. I like to spend the last couple of minutes of my practice setting an intention for the day. Intention is so important, and it's really the foundation of magic. So think about an intention that you want to carry forward with your day. Is it more flexibility? Is it a little bit more peace? Is it to be more loving? Whatever it is for you. And when you're ready, open your eyes and prepare yourself to rejoin the world in a more clear vehicle. Okay, y'all, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me on this yoga practice. I hope to do a lot more in the future and to get better at doing them in the process. So thank you all so much, and I will see you next time. Be blessed.